Drama on One.
Sundays at 8 p.m.
rte.ie/drama on one.
Drama on One.
This is RTE Radio 1. Drama on One is offered as a podcast at rte.ie/drama on one. And of course here on RTE Radio 1 on Sunday nights. Tonight's play is Kerry Plates by Shay Linehan. Tom and Maura O'Connor's life together moves seamlessly between Dublin and Kerry. They eventually settle on and settle in the kingdom, but Maura keeps a secret from her husband until the last possible moment. All seems lost until a lovable and unlikely form of care in the community takes charge. Starring Clive Geraghty as Tom and Deirdre Donnelly as his wife Maura, this is Kerry Plates by Shay Linehan.
It's hard to say exactly when you fall in love, with a place or with a person. It's a gradual thing. But even so, there has to be a single moment when you stop being one way and start being another. And those moments, they cling to you like sticky backs. Maura? What are you doing in the dark?
It just crept up. How was your day?
Are you okay?
I was just sitting here, thinking.
You've let the fire go out. What were you thinking about in the dark?
Oh, this and that. How I feel about this and that. What time is it anyway?
It's after 10. And have you decided how you feel about this and that?
I don't know. When people ask me how I feel, I tell them what I think, or what I think they want me to feel. Am I a pleaser, Tom?
You please me when you're making sense. Let me turn the light on.
No, leave it. Come over here. Sit down.
This is all very strange.
Do you ever wonder what it would have been like?
What?
If we'd had children. They'd have families now. We'd be grandparents. We'd be surrounded.
Little lads with gansies spending the holidays with us, wrecking the place. Haven't we got each other?
Of course we have. We're surrounded by each other. Oh, don't mind me, Tom. I'm just a little blue.
Are you worried about something? Are you worried about leaving work next year? Is that it?
Yes, that's probably it. It's probably next year.
Well, don't worry. It'll be good, I promise you. You've earned your retirement. And look, we'll have the freedom to take off whenever we want, to wherever we want. In fact, we should plan another trip to Kerry soon. That always lifts the spirits.
Oh, I don't think so, Tom.
Oh, come on. Lost in the snug in Paddy's bar and camp. We haven't been back there for ages.
My half-term is coming up soon, but...
Well, then, it's settled. A week of kingdom air, and you'll be as right as rain. I was right about the rain. It came down in buckets. Oh, that'd blow you out of it. Hello, Paddy. We were just on our way to the caravan, couldn't pass the door.
Maura and Tom, Jesus, lads, just smashing to see. Come around here, Maura, and give me an old hug. Huh? Jesus, but you're looking well all the same. Have you lost a bit of weight? Or is this man of leisure not feeding you properly?
Oh, I've lost a little, I think.
Oh, isn't the weather cat altogether? Oh, it's been like that all feckin' week.
How's Jimmy?
Well, the same Jimmy Kennedy has me driven mental asking after he's afraid of being the only blowing left in the whole place.
Is he around?
Oh, he's right here, sure. Above in the corner with the Kerry kids. There's 8 or 9 of the girls around playing with him regular now. And me and Pauline. You know Pauline, sure, of course you do. He has them in every Wednesday night practising away on the tin whistles for the Sunday gig here, and 1 or 2 of them are starting on the accordion. Jesus, he's powerful altogether. For a blowing, do you know? And a voice on him like Ronnie Drew. Better, I'd say. Oh, don't tell me I said that.
What kind of madness are the pair of you dreaming up these days?
Maybe I'll spare you.
Oh, don't. The nearest we get to madness these days is the M50 at rush hour.
There's a rumour about a singing dog. Please tell me it's not true.
Rusty? Oh, she was out with the Wren boys on Stephen's Day and got herself a big write-up in the Examiner and a photo. It's in a frame there beyond on the wall beside Maura's painting of my beautiful self. Good girl, Maura.
Oh, when the subject is handsome, sure.
Do you know, a lassie from Boston the other day, when she saw it, was asking what was the connection between the Dingle Peninsula and Rasputin. The whore! Jimmy, 'tis Maura and Tom. I go down there now and wind them up for you. Wait till you hear Rusty sing.
Are we getting sucked in already?
Into what?
Codology.
A little nonsense now and then is savoured by the wisest men.
William Shakespeare?
Willy Wonka.
How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. It's great to see us again. We nearly have the whole song off. What do you think?
Dublin's cultural loss, Jimmy.
Oh, don't mind him. It's great. And Rusty's great, aren't you, girl?
You wouldn't tell to look at her, but here, lads, not a word to anybody. I don't want this to get out, but Rusty's a diehard. We only discovered it on Christmas Day.
A diehard, no less.
She was going mad altogether, and we didn't know what the dickens was wrong with her. And then we copped that was the Queen she was barking at when she came to make her speech. She was up on that chair there barking at the television like her life was at stake.
A singing Republican dog, it gets better.
A toast, so, to Rusty.
And diehards.
And Kerry, all mad. Oh, but all right.
And Charlie, Jesus, we'll miss him all the same.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You remember Charlie? The bugger's selling up and moving back to England. He couldn't stand the quiet any longer, would you credit that?
Is he selling a house? God knows we could do with something without wheels.
Do you know, you could do worse than Charlie's. You'd be snug as a bug up there.
Well, right enough, it would be the perfect size for the pair of yous. And let's face it, that caravan has seen better days.
But it's like heaven and earth up there, beautiful altogether.
Well, there'd be no harm in having a quick look anyway. What do you think, Maura? Might be just the thing. Maura? Maura?
It might have been the corgis she was barking at. Were the corgis with her? Oh, was.
We went to look at Charlie's place the next morning. The rain had lifted. The sun was even managing to poke through in patches. We looked around for a bit, and then Maura wandered to the front of the house. And then something strange happened. She stood stock still and just stared out to sea with this strange look on her face. And when I approached her, she slowly turned her attention toward me, but not exactly by looking at me. She was still looking out to some point far out in the bay. And when I tried to catch her attention, as I sometimes did when she drifted off, by making a silly face, she didn't respond at all. And that distance about her frightened me, and I tried to search her face, or what I could see of it, hoping to see what she could see, or feel what she could feel. But all I could see was her slowly coming back, and when she finally turned to face me, she was smiling.
This is it, Tom. This is where I want to spend the rest of my life.
I don't know, but we went back into the cottage and closed the deal with Charlie on a handshake.
Charlie was on his own there, that's the thing. You two'll be okay. You've got each other. Jesus, but it's great all the same. I couldn't be happier. I might have a drop of putty in the back. We'll have to celebrate.
How soon before yous move down?
Well, we'll have to sort ourselves out in Dublin first. Maura still has the best part of a year to put in at school. But soon after that, don't you think, Maura?
Oh, sorry, Tom, I was miles away. What was it?
From that on, we started to use the cottage as our bolt hole in Kerry. It was a way of getting ourselves there in stages. Prized pictures left the Dublin house and found their way onto the walls of the cottage. Memories that had grown over a lifetime in Dublin took root in the West, like they'd been born there. And finally, the big day came.
I'm throwing out half of these shirts. There's dozens here you haven't worn in years.
They're all perfectly good.
Even this one.
Oh, it might need a stitch.
Will you promise me something?
What?
When we get to Kerry, you'll learn how to do things. Like how to use the washing machine, things like that.
I'm not helpless, Maura.
I'm serious. Promise me.
I promise I'll learn the washing machine. I learned the washing machine and the piano. Happy? The summers had been great. The big question was, how would we weather the winters? Not so bad, as it turned out. Maura's art blossomed, and she actually had an exhibition of her paintings in that restaurant just off the Camp to Castle Gregory Road. The local press was there, and the Kerry kids, and Jimmy supplied the music to an ideal day. Well, almost an ideal day.
Tom, I've Rusty in the car.
I don't think it's really appropriate, Paddy. People mightn't fully appreciate...
Oh, we have the whole thing off now. It'll be grand. Paddy, go get the star.
It's not over till the fat Labrador sings, apparently. Our first anniversary in Kerry was coming up, and we were even planning a small party to celebrate. Maura was gone all morning. She had taken the red Toyota to Tralee General Hospital to follow up on some woman's thing that had been giving her problems. When she wasn't back by midday, I whistled for Saoirse, our newly acquired Jack Russell, who was addicted to beach walking, as I was myself. He yelped and squealed every time I reached into the closet for my old duffel coat and blackthorn stick. When I got back to the cottage with Saoirse, the car was in the driveway, with the engine still running. Maura was sitting in the driver's seat, clutching the steering wheel, just staring out to sea, the way she had done that first time. When I got alongside the car, she was still staring straight ahead, and I looked in her face, and this time I did see it. I saw what she saw. The cancer was out of the blue, completely out of the blue. But Maura had a gift for making things easy, and she was no different in those last few months. She painted for hours every day. We drank endless bottles of the wine that we had stored in the shed at the back of the house for a rainy day. We went over the years together, trying to remember everything, every blessed thing. Trawling through old albums, so many photographs, until she got too bad to stay up in the day and too tired to paint. She wanted more than anything to be at home for as long as possible. And she was, right up to the end. We even had Christmas Day together. The girls came up with Jimmy and played her favourite tunes, and Paddy phoned in the afternoon so we could hear Rusty barking at the Queen. The next day, in second gear all the way, I drove her to Tralee. How do you feel?
Like a painting that's been put down. Not finished, just let go. It's a relief.
I'm afraid. Jesus, I'm really afraid.
Don't be. I won't let you be. Oh, look. Look there. It's the Wren boys.
The ran, the king of all birds. Sir Stephen's day he was cutting the furs. Up with a kettle and down with a pan. Give us a penny to bury the ran.
Sorry for your trouble, they said, as they passed me in line at the little church in camp, and then down to the graveyard, where the sea breeze blew a gale. The girls with their tin whistles played Maura's favourite tune, Maguire and Patterson, and the wind took it away, so that it blew in and out on the breeze as though it were a wild seabird. There was food and drinks for the mourners back at Paddy's, which went on till the early hours with music and singing and dancing, just like she would have wanted it. I was fine for the next few days. There was lots to do. Maura had used the lounge as a bedroom because it was bigger, and that had to be tidied up and all the stuff put back. Jimmy and his son Michael were there to help, and the place was starting to look normal again. Birds had made a nest in the roof, and rainwater was coming in, so that had to be sorted out. Then Jimmy retiled the bathroom and replaced the shower with a power shower, because the old one had almost no pressure. I don't know how we had managed with it for so long. I even went to see Dr. Martin, who had been attending Maura through it all, for no real reason other than to close the file, a civil servant to my bootstraps. The fact is, I was so busy that I didn't have time to miss Maura.
Let me set your mind at rest, Mr. O'Connor. There was nothing more we could have done for your wife, or that you could have done. In these cases, once the diagnosis is confirmed, it's just a matter of time. And 2 years was pretty good in the circumstances, so don't blame yourself for anything.
But Maura, she barely had 6 months.
I have her files here. She was diagnosed just over 2 years ago in Dublin. You didn't know?
No.
She never had children?
Children?
Maura, she never had children?
No, there was just me.
You know, sometimes a loved one is the last person in the world one wants to tell. Mr. O'Connor?
What's that?
A loved one is the last person in the world. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, the last person in the world. No, I understand. It was only when Jimmy had packed up his van and he and Michael were backing out of the driveway and I was waving them off that I decided something. I was never so sure of anything as I was at that moment. Calmly, and without any drama whatsoever, I decided that I was going to kill myself. How? Well, lager was my weapon of choice. Carlsberg, probably the best in the world. And the place? Ash's pub in camp seemed appropriate. I reckoned that 3 to 6 months would do the trick, even though I always had a good tolerance of alcohol. After the first couple of weeks, I was more or less drunk all the time. The month's mind came and went. I got to the church all right and managed to get a clean shirt, but I couldn't wait to get back to work. I kept looking at my watch as if I had a train to catch, which, in a way, I had. In the second month, I had a beard, didn't have time even to shave. Jimmy's power shower hardly got used at all. Flop into bed, up the next day, back down to business again. He called into Ash's one of the evenings to check up on me, after he'd been rehearsing with the Kerry kids. Jimmy did. It must have been a Wednesday or a Sunday.
How's it going, Tom?
Pulling the devil be the tail.
Do you need anything?
I have 2 in front of me, but thanks all the same.
No, I mean, do you want me to do anything? Like, is there anything, that I could help with?
Oh, sure, I'm grand. The place is all fixed up now. Here's to you, Jimmy.
Well, maybe I could collect you one of the days. You might want to choose a headstone.
Look, I'm very busy just now. I don't have a lot of free time. Then, without warning, he hit me. Not literally. He didn't punch me or anything. But he might as well have.
It's only because we're concerned about you, Tom. We all loved Maura. And we love you.
It was an odd thing to say. Like he'd just come from watching Oprah Winfrey and thought it was an okay thing to say. What could I do? Only hurt him back. You don't add up, Jimmy. Moving down here and hanging out with all those young girls. You should keep your love for your wife. Why don't you do that, eh?
Go ahead and be angry if you want. Anything's better than this.
I see her in here all the time when you're off playing in Anna's Scald. Do you know that? I'd say you could do worse than save your love for your wife.
Go ahead. Better out than in.
She's a very attractive woman as any. My advice to you now, Jimmy, and I don't normally hand out free advice, being a very busy man, as I explained to you before. My advice to you is to mind your own business and let other people mind theirs. When stirred, I could be a nasty drunk and a bastard when shaken. And he had shaken me, to be fair. Of course, I felt sorry after, but not sorry enough to say sorry. Later that night, I was poured out the door of ashes at 1 o'clock. I couldn't find the car, couldn't remember where I'd parked it or if I'd taken it at all. I staggered to the cottage in the dark and saw something odd outside the door. A small table that Maura had kept plants on had been shifted to one side of the front door. The plants had been placed carefully on the ground, and there was some odd shape on the table that I couldn't make out in the dark. I didn't wake until late the next day, and after finishing half a bottle of wine, I went outside, and there it was. A plate of food covered with cellophane, meat and vegetables, with gravy that was all congealed on the plate. I took the food and threw it into the wheelie bin outside the gate, smashing the plate against the wall. I roared as loud as I could. I screamed, "Don't come snooping around here! Stay away from me!" The sound echoed back to me off the hills. I scattered the bits of plate across the entrance as a kind of warning. I reckoned that would settle it, but I reckoned wrong. When I got back that evening, there was another plate, this time with a mess of salad, with some kind of grey fish. I dumped the thing over the wall and smashed the plate again. I was furious. The next evening, a chicken curry with rice, covered over in cellophane and tinfoil. I unpeeled the thing, and the stink of it made me retch. But as I got used to the stench, something happened. An uncontrollable hunger came over me. I put the curry in the microwave and let it turn. I was ravenous. I devoured the foul thing, burning my tongue, I ate so fast. There was even some naan bread that I used to mop up every last stain of sauce. When I got back that night, another plate, this time with an ugly pattern of yellow and green flowers. And so it went on, day after day, and I did eat the food. I felt so bad that I'd broken the first plate, so I washed them carefully now and put them in a pile outside the door. After a while, I could see a pattern emerging. The designs on the plates were appearing at intervals. Some sort of rota system was at work. It was only when the pile grew to be a column that it struck me. These people are in league against me. How dare they? What right have they to put a higher value on my life than I do myself? Kingdom people, masters of intrigue and roundabout ways. I walked out into the roadway and stood and looked around me at the silent hills and realized something. I realized that I was hopelessly outnumbered. I went back inside the house and took a shower. Jimmy's shower was bloody good. I stayed in it for over an hour and cried more than I've ever cried in my life. And when all the fight had washed out of my heart, I made a decision. The kind of strong decision that you can only make when you're at your weakest. I took a suit from the wardrobe and shaved and drove to see Maura. There were teddy bears and a tin whistle and other childish things spread out around the grave. I had a long talk with her and she tried to put me right. I fought with her for a long time, but she won in the end, like she always won in the end. And she wouldn't be Maura if she didn't have the last word.
Do you remember that night you and Jimmy took me out to Inchstrand? And you carried me in your arms for half a mile and laid me on a blanket in the dunes? And you with your back.
You were as light as a bird, like as if your bones were hollow. You said you wanted to say goodbye.
I did. To the night sky, of all things. I don't know how you put up with me. Must have been the pills. You were very good to me, Tom.
There wasn't a cloud, not a glimmer of light as far as the eye could see. But the stars. We were lit there in the dark by the bloody stars.
And Jimmy piped up like the voice of God. I'd forgotten he was there.
The darker the place you go to, the better you can see the stars.
Don't be afraid, Tom. Don't be afraid of the dark.
Why didn't you tell me? When you knew?
I didn't want to spoil it.
Is that what I'm doing now?
We all have to die one day, but we have to live all the others. It's not so bad.
Once I got back on my feet, the meals in the night stopped. One day at a time now. I'm spending the days walking Saoirse on the beach or walking the hills to try to find her in the things she loved, the things she painted. I'm not so afraid now. I've even conquered the washing machine.
I brought some of the girls down to see the headstone. Your man did a marvellous job on it. Are you decorating or what?
I'm sorting out her Kerry paintings. There's so many. What do you think of this? Is it an abstract or something she used to clean her brushes with? I don't know whether to keep it or throw it away.
Keep it. You've enough here for another exhibition. That's what you should do. That's what Maura would do if she was here. And she is here. Sure, look at her everywhere. It looks a bit like an elephant or a horse. Keep it.
You don't happen to know anything about that pile of plates outside the front door?
Which pile is that now?
The one with the very prominent sign hanging on it.
Please take what is yours and thank you. Not a bad sign, that, as signs go.
People come and go all the time, but no one will take a single plate. They won't fall for that trick. It never happened, did it?
What difference does it make? Isn't it things like them plates that makes the world what it is? Shifting them about under the ground, pushing things together, making mountains out of molehills. You know what I mean? Like God putting up the Christmas decorations.
You know, I think that painting could be an elephant, all right.
Or a horse on a pogo stick.
Or me, maybe. One of the mornings after Ashes.
Jesus, now you mentioned it, there's an uncanny resemblance.
When the exhibition day arrived, the whole community came out, as a tribute to a blow-in who had loved the land as much as they did themselves. It was an emotional day for me. I hadn't felt anything for a while, but for the first time since Maura's death, I felt part of the place again.
I need someone like yourself, an outsider, someone who's completely beyond reproach. The Madra-Vision Song Contest is what we're calling it. You know, like the Eurovision, it's a 3-dog race.
Oh, I don't think so, Paddy. I'd like to, but it's not really my...
Yeah, it's a bit of crack, a bit of old nonsense, sure.
A bit of nonsense now and then is savoured by the wisest men. When would it be?
Good man. Come in on Wednesday night and Jimmy will put you through your paces. The Kerry kids will be doing all the backing music, so they will.
I chatted with people and served them finger food on what else but those gypsy-coloured Kerry plates, watching for the least sign of recognition. But in matters of the heart, these people are as silent as the mountains that hem them in. Their silence told me I was playing a foreign game, that from here on in, I should keep watch, like them, on that point on the horizon where the ocean meets the sky, where death meets life. And when my time came, I would set sail, like for a point beyond that point, and only then see the land and the sea as it should be seen, going away from it.
We've been listening to Kerry Plates by Shay Linehan with Clive Geraghty as Tom. Deirdre Donnelly played Maura, Brendan Conroy was Paddy, Andrew Bennett was Jimmy, and the Doctor was played by Joe Taylor. The music was performed by Jim and Ian Lockhart. Sound supervision was by Mark McGrath and sound effects by Brian O'Neill. Kerry Plates by Shay Linehan was produced by Aidan Matthews. And if you or anyone you know is affected by some of the issues raised in the play, you can find help and support at rte.ie/helplines.
rte.ie/drama on 1.